Oh god. Oh no. We're at the end of March. We're at the end of March. It's coming up. April. Oh god. 27 days. I'm fine. Nothing to freak out about. I don't want them to die. Let's get on a brighter subject. By continuing phase 1. Oh crap, we're months away. We're a month away and I'm only on phase 1. Time to pump these babies out with no work or effort. Which I always do. Thor, released in 2011 and is the first true Marvel movie made by Disney after it was bought out. So it's special. Is it good? I know I've said this a bunch of times that there is no bad MCU movie, and there isn't. There's lesser ones, though. And is this a lesser one? Yes, very much so. It is a lesser one. Let's talk about it. They did good with it, for the most part. They wanted to make a more serious, grounded movie, because Iron Man had just shown us we can get a grounded movie. So, we can have something. So, they had a difficult task of turning Thor, if you read the comics, if you read the old comics, you know what I'm talking about, into a grounded superhero. And I think they did a good job. They made it grounded. They gave us a good reason for why magic exists. Yes. We may call it magic, but it's actually science. And you can see that in the way that Asgard is built. Like when Heimdall's turning the Bifrost and we get to see some of the inner workings, we can see mechanical gears moving around. So they really did do a good job at showing us how magic and science in this world is one and the same. Speaking of worlds, Asgard is beautiful. Oh my god, it is so appealing to the eye, and it's all CGI. Everything in Asgard is CGI, and I love it. It's so fully realized. Imagine how you felt going to Wakanda in Black Panther. Like how cool it was. You go through the border and stuff, and you see the whole kingdom and villages and stuff. It's cool to look at. And then every time you're in Wakanda, it's like, oh, whoa, like in the mines or in the village or the kingdom or the waterfall fight scene. It's all amazing to look at. That's like Asgard. You get into right when the camera pans to Asgard and you see it, it's beautiful, it's grand, it's all CGI, but it's amazing and it looks real. And they do a good job at mixing the costumes and items and actors well with the environment where it does not stick out. And yes, again, it's all CGI, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's real, but it's not. And I love it for that. Contrast that to the ugliness of where this movie takes place. A 4-block town in New Mexico. Really? Really? New Mexico. And what really bothers me about that whole thing is the fact that they say, oh, home of the Vikings. Well, no, New Mexico could have a strong relation with the Vikings. You know, there's a state that has a stronger connection. Minnesota, where half of the population is made up of Norwegian people. Why has it taken this long for an MCU movie to, there's no MCU movie in Minnesota. Arguably the best state. Especially for a Norse movie where the main believers in there are Norwegians. Well, were the Norwegians and Vikings. Explain that to me. Explain what your thought was for New Mexico. Maybe it does have connection. But our football team is called the Vikings. Come on, Marvel. Come on. And New Mexico is not peel into the eye. I know they want to make it a contrast between the beautiful Asgard and the not beautiful four block town of New Mexico, but it's just, oh man, everything there. And here's my biggest flaw: everything on Earth sucks in this movie. They start a Shakespearean story that's amazing, but then we have to. And Thor's arc is great, but Thor's arc also ruins Dark World. I'll talk about that when I get to the Dark World review. But he has such a great arc, and he grows as a character so much in that 3-day weekend. It's great. And they pulled off that really well. And the MCU got its first really good villain in Tom Hiddleston's Loki. And we all know how great, and MCU fans all know how great Loki is. I mean, it's Loki. And not only is his performance, Tom Hiddleston's performance, good, but he's an actually truly good villain when you look at his plan from their point of view. The MCU, as of Phase 3, has been much better at this, where you look at the villain's plan from their point of view, and you can see what they see. You can see how good they are. And it's first apparent in this movie, all the way back in Phase 1. We get Loki, who thinks he's the good guy, and when you look at it from his perspective, you can see how he thinks that. Because he wants to be king. He wants to save Asgard from his hot-headed stepbrother. You can see how he, because Thor is very hot-headed at the beginning of this movie. I mean, he wants to go with a little convincing from Loki, like Loki does his mind trick things, but it's not like Loki's just straight up going like, oh, we should go attack frost giants and it'll be your idea. Because it's already in Thor's mind because of the attack. Thor already said to Odin, oh, we need to get revenge. And Loki just starts to go like, all this stuff. Ooh, the frost giants, are they bad? Are they good? They might try to strike again. And Thor's like, I tried so far that, and we're gonna do it. Loki just sort of brings it out. It's sort of like a test that Loki had to see if he was truly king material. And then he tried to in Thor, he wanted to prove that to his father, his stepfather at least, that he was worthy to rule this kingdom, that Thor was not a right choice. Of course, he finds out that he really can't because because Loki turns out to be a frost giant. And Thor is banished, and he has to learn humility. He pretty much has to learn humility, which they do a good job. I like how he learns. But, oh man, everything on Earth, except for the shield parts, not good. We have the Shakespearean drama. Like, you could tell Kenneth Branagh, the director of this movie, and the screenwriters wanted to make a movie that was a Shakespeare movie. But they didn't, because then they brought all the stuff down to Earth, and we got Natalie Portman. I've seen Natalie Portman in 2 things. Technically 4. Technically 5. I've seen her in Thor 1 and 2. I've seen her in Star Wars 1 through 3. So, for all I know, she could be a good actress. But from what I've seen, she is not. Like, I heard she has a good performance in Black Swan. Not seen Black Swan. Not yet, at least. Heard that was a good movie. But her performance in this and the Star Wars are not good. All the movies I've seen her in are not good. At least this is good, but her performance is not good. And neither is Kat Dennings. Oh man, Kat Dennings annoyed me in this movie. Everything on Earth except for like Coulson and Hawkeye introduction, all of that sucked. If we kind of stand on it, I get we had to go to Earth. Thor had to learn his lesson, and the only way to do that is get him off of Asgard. Couldn't we just team with better people? Eric Selvig, Stefan Skarsgård's character was easily the best part of the 3 people he meets right away. And even he was only okay. He's okay the whole MCU. Like I said, great movie hidden underneath a not so great movie. And the acting and performances from everyone on Asgard with Anthony Hopkins and Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth, all of them have good performances. Just when you get it down to earth, it just loses everything. And those Dutch angles, oh my god. The only like good Dutch angle I think was when Loki ascended to the throne after Odin went into his Odin sleep. That was a perfect time for Dutch angle. Oh man, Dutch angles suck. Especially when this is like the entire movie. It's, no one wants to sit at a movie just doing this. I enjoy this. This is nice. Man, this is such a good movie. I love this. Oh, it's the other way now. Ah, man, it's even better from this angle. What? We're going straight ahead. Okay. And now you need a chiropractor visit. Why did why were you did you have a broken tripod stand or something? What was with that? Why the Dutch angles? Whatever. I'm done complaining. Everyone's complaining about them. I'm done complaining about those. Like I said, great movie. So much potential. That's hidden under a movie. That's not so great. Thor was a disappointment to me, but rewatching it, I still like it. I like all the MCU movies. It's just this, really, is definitely on the weaker side. And that's a good thing about the MCU. Even their bad movies are still good. So, and Captain Marvel is good. Enough of the trolling, people. Come on. If you heard about the review bombs on Rotten Tomatoes, come on, people. Come on. Get over yourself. I'm done with this. I'm giving Thor a 75 millimeters out of 100. I'm Jordan from Jordan Reviews. Thanks for watching.